drove out of a place called Helena, Arkansas this morning. And this has been such amazing country that I thought I'd try to give you a little bit of a sense of what it's like and reflect a little bit on this part of the journey. First of all, I have to tell you that this countryside is not at all like I expected it to be, and I don't really know what I expected. These fields are cotton fields that have just been harvested and plowed. I hope the wind isn't making it too hard to hear. There's just enough of a headwind, maybe 10 miles an hour, to make it a little bit tough to ride. And I'm having a tough ride this morning. I'll tell you a little bit about that later. I continue to be amazed at the countryside here, the woods, how green and pretty it is. We're a ways away from the river. You can see the cotton laying there by the side of the road. One of the things that has struck both of us as we've driven through this area is the number of abandoned operations like that. They just seem to be everywhere. Once were probably pretty prosperous. At doing whatever they do, and now they seem to be just left. It's really quite striking how much of that there is. I don't know, amazing feature that we've noticed is the incredible separation between those that have and those that don't. I guess it's one of those things that you know exists, and it probably exists everywhere, but it's very stark here, and perhaps it's so stark because it's so sharply along racial lines. We've been through a number of communities where it's very apparent that there's a side of town for the blacks and a side of town for the whites. And the difference between the two is just staggering. Someone told me that Mississippi has the highest poverty level in the country. I can certainly believe that. But at the same time, they're just absolutely amazingly prosperous looking places here. This would be a good place to talk about the ride. Several people told us that as we moved south, things would be less bike friendly, but frankly, we found it to be just the opposite. Really, ever since we left Cape Girardeau the last week and a half, we found these just really nice, flat, relatively untraveled farm-to-market back roads. up until today, I've had some of my best rides of the whole trip. Today I'm really struggling. Today's the first day that I'm really having to just will myself down the road. Don't really know what happened, but man, arms are tired. Brain's tired. You can probably hear that there's just enough of a headwind, probably about 10-12 miles an hour, to make it just a little bit harder. And all day today I've been just telling myself, keep cranking. Which I guess is what you gotta do when you want to keep moving and you're tired. It's definitely not going to be one of my most fast or efficient rides, but I'm going to try real hard to get there and to do it well. Just coming up on 20 miles of my ride today. To be honest, as much as I've been working hard on intentionally not wishing away any of this amazing trip, I'm going to be glad when today's ride is ended. And of course, that means that it'll seem longer than the other days because I'm looking at the end rather than at the journey. So I'm working at it. I think that's the piece of the lesson here, is to just keep going when it gets hard. Keep the wheels turning. Keep one foot in front of the other. Grateful for these nice flat roads. It's really kind of been this way ever since we left Cape Girardeau. Almost a little bit boring, but I'm sure not complaining. And again, you can see the woods, incredible variety of trees, vegetation. It's not at all what I expected. What they call the Mid-South. There goes a cotton truck. Big old bale of cotton. They're right in the middle of the harvest here. That's been an interesting aspect of the journey as we've sort of followed the harvest south. Wisconsin, Iowa, Illinois, Missouri, north, they were harvesting corn and soybeans. Here, we've seen a lot of harvesting of cotton. And the cotton trucks headed to the distribution points and markets, wherever those are. Just an absolutely gorgeous day. Temperatures in the 70s, as you can see, not a single cloud anywhere. That little bit of a breeze. That's been one of the fun things. We've gotten enough media exposure that we're meeting people that know what we're doing, and this contraption is recognizable enough that you get a lot of waves and horn honks. I think most of them are friendly. Again, you can see these huge fields been harvested, and then all of a sudden you come across these patches of just dense woods. Very pretty. Very tired. You can see what I mean about the side-by-side poverty and prosperity. Some really nice homes over there. Some somewhat less nice homes here. There's another cotton bale. On its way to me.